I'm Karin. Welcome to my kitchen. It's that time of year when your counters might be covered with tomatoes. Some of them might be getting pretty ugly. Let's face it, we can only have so many BLTs. There are lots of ways to make tomato sauces, but I'll show you here what I think is the easiest method for an all-purpose sauce that you can freeze. We're going to keep it basic so you can season it later for any number of uses. First, we're going to skin the tomatoes. We're going to do this using boiling water and an ice bath. First, we remove the woody stem part by making a divot on top with a small knife. If there are any moldy spots, we'll take that out too. Things like this are fine. We'll deal with that later. Once we have the tops removed and any little dodgy spots, we'll score their bottoms. Just a little X does the trick. That helps the skin peel off better. Once these are all scored, we'll give them a little bath. We're not cooking them here. We just want them to be in hot water long enough for their little skins to start to peel back. Once they do, we can scoop them out of the simmering water and into the ice bath. While those tomatoes are chilling, we can cut up 1 small onion and 3 little garlic cloves. I'm just doing a small to medium dice here. I have my pot on low heat here with a little bit of olive oil. I'm just using the same pot I used to do the tomato skins, adding onions. By a little bit of olive oil, I probably mean like 3 tablespoons. Adding garlic, we'll just sweat those. Now we just go to town peeling these guys. You can just use your hands for this. The skins should come off pretty easily. You might run into a few stubborn ones. The ugly spots on the skin will peel right off, and the part below is just beautiful and tender. Kind of like some people. Now these are ready to chop. So these will cook better if you have as much water removed as possible from the tomatoes. Different types of tomatoes have different amounts of water in them. These, for example, are pretty meaty, so there's not a lot. The really dense, meaty tomatoes, I am simply chopping up. Some of the little seeds will fall out on the cutting board and you can just swish them aside. The more tender tomatoes like this, you can actually just squeeze the seeds out, or you can cut them in half and then do that. You can leave them in, but I don't want too many seeds in my sauce. And go the tomatoes. We'll simmer these slow and low until they're nice and broken down and tender. I'm cooking these covered to help soften the flesh faster, but I'll remove the cover once they start to break down. This can take a couple hours. The cool thing is, with this tomato sauce, it can really become a lot of things. You can use it for pizza, for fresh pasta, you name it. Really, anytime you need a red sauce, you can use this. Today I'm going to use it for meatballs, so I'll use a little bit of fennel seed and fresh basil. Meanwhile, our sauce is looking good. This is just the consistency I'm looking for. I am going to use a stick blender to get it a little less chunky though. We'll add a little bit of salt first. For now, I just really want this to taste like tomatoes with just enough salt to give it that little bit of a in your mouth. It's sweet, it's deep. We've got some tomato sauce. There's not much better than ripe summer tomatoes, and this shows off their simple beauty. With this Barbera from New France and your favorite red sauce setup, maybe we can keep summer with us a little bit longer. My friend Erin is going to tell us more about this beautiful Barbera. It's going to go great with any form of this tomato sauce. I'm Karin. Thanks so much for joining me today in my kitchen. Enjoy some tomatoes. It's that time of year when you're covered. There are a number of ways that people make tomato sauce. Oops. So now we just go to, and we can give them scores on their bottoms.